Welcome, listeners, to the 6-second episode of Tempest Gamecast. We're happy to have you join us. That's our new intro. I don't like it. I'm going to change it again. I'll probably change it this weekend.
It looked pretty good.
I'm happy to have you join us.
I didn't have any
I think
audio.
we're all happy. You had no alcohol, though?
No audio. Because I got it.
Oh, you had no audio?
But
Oh, you had it muted. Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
it looked good.
I am your host, Krivian. I'm wearing my PvP hat.
Yeah.
I'm joined by my co-host, Harper,
Hello.
and our Guild Wars 2 guild leader, Dimos.
What's up?
So how was you guys' week in gaming this week?
Great.
One word, Sharknado. Wait, that has nothing to do with gaming. Sorry. Yeah, I had fun. Had a good week. Played some Rift.
More gamers ADD?
Well, not quite as bad. I think I've honed in on my two games that are going to keep me company until Final Fantasy, I guess. But I'm enjoying Rift quite a bit, and I had a really good time in Guild Wars 2. So I think between the two of them, I did try Firefall, and I loved it. I thought it was really fun, but it gave me motion sickness. So I can't play. Even if I play in third person, it still messes with my dizziness and everything. So I was very sad about that. But yeah, so.
I figured it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Y'all called it, and you were right. What about y'all? What'd you do?
Lots of Guild Wars. I'm not sure if I played Rift. I think I did earlier this week. I played a little bit of Firefall, but had a pretty busy real life schedule this week. So
That's
Yeah.
always nice.
I played lots of Rift. Lots of Rift. I'm at the elite level on Raptor. I'm putting so many hours into Rift.
Elite. Oh snap! What kind of rewards you get?
Yes. I don't know.
Some new
I
homes.
just kind of grab the stuff and throw it in the bank.
Nice.
Yeah. It takes up more bank slots. Luckily, I have 24 slot bags in all my bank spots now, so it's
Oh,
pretty-
wow. That's nice.
It helps to have a 325 outfitter alt.
Is that all
level
you
30.
Is that all you have to be is 325 to make those?
No, 300. I think it's one of the first patterns you get.
No way. Well, then my mage is going to
For
be
the
making
24s.
those. So,
The 26s are blue and they're more expensive. And then you can of course buy the 32s if you happen to have played forever and you've got more than 4,000 plat per bag.
So,
Yeah.
oh, there's some comments from the chat room. George said you're going to be hunting wabbits, Scriv. And Chap said you have matching underwear. So, I'm not sure how he knows that.
I
but
do.
Yeah.
I do. I'll take my hat off now.
Boxers or briefs? Just kidding.
It's a tattoo. That way I don't have to change it. Okay. Let's go with major games. Guild Wars 2 first.
all right. So ArenaNet put out a press release this week to get the word out about the upcoming update called Cutthroat Politics. It's going to release on the 23rd.
Wow. They're
yeah.
keeping it going.
It's it's getting overwhelming now. I had the first part of this week. I was able to do a lot of the new stuff, and now, yeah, I'm way behind. I gotta catch up. But yeah, it is starting to get a little overwhelming. It's crazy to say that, but it is. So anyway,
Well, at least they're proving to other gaming companies that it can be done.
it can be
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think that they'll slow down anytime soon or take a little
No.
break? Or do you
They
think it's
said-
going to
Sped up.
continue on like that?
They just said they sped up. They
Yeah,
have
but I don't know
4
for how long.
teams.
Well, that's
Well,
awesome.
they've been consistent
Well,
with 3 week updates
Yeah,
they
ever
have.
since
It's-
launch.
They don't have to split a team up for an expansion.
No,
No,
and
so-
that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, they said they have 4 teams working on the content, so it's basically just cycling through the 4
Cycling
different
through,
teams.
Your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn.
Exactly. So
That's
Nice.
awesome.
it's crazy. So yeah, for this update, we're gonna earn support tokens. Basically, there's gonna have the story from Sky Pirates was, well, actually Dragon Bash had happened, was there was an assassination that happened to the Captain's Council. And so this is kind of going off of that. They're looking to, the seats open for that Captain Council member thing. So we get to vote kind of deal with two different main story guys. So anyway, we'll earn support tokens as you play Guild Wars during the 2 weeks after, once the release is up, and use the tokens to help your favorite candidate win the vote for being the Captain's Council member. The winner will reduce costs of certain goods or services in game, provide a rotation of some of the mini games that we've seen in past events and stuff like that. A lot of people are speculating the big Hunger Games thing that we saw during beta.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And also sponsor missed research into 1 or 2 historical events. Again, this is probably speculation about them adding some of the temporary dungeons or something in some way to the fractals. Maybe it's all speculation, but it definitely sounds similar. Along with the campaign, the release will bring 3 new activities called South Sun Survival, Aspect Arena, and Candidate Trials PvE Challenge. You'll earn new rewards like the Zephyr Rucksack, the Desert Rose, and Ellen Kell and Evan Nashblade is the Char. They're the 2 candidates. They're going to be little minis that you can get for rewards or something during this update.
How cool is that?
Yeah, so on the 16th, they'll release a more detailed thing, update their page, stuff with it and stuff. So we'll figure out what all this stuff is actually about. Yeah, so this week in Tempest, the Bazaar of the Four Winds content was released, and TGC members have been working through it all week. This is really cool. They added a complete new zone, and this airship is just amazing. Basically, the entire zone is nothing but a jump puzzle. It's just everything related to it's about jumping and all the different movement abilities that we have, and it kind of has an oriental theme, and the way that we're moving and have these special abilities that we're moving with are kind of like Crouching Tiger kind of thing. It's kind of crazy. It's fun. It's very neat.
Well, they also had the Asian expansion in the original Guild Wars, so maybe it's kind of a throwback to that.
Yep. Exactly. This is where a lot of people are speculating that, they said that they won't traditionally launch a paid expansion, but instead the story will release regions or zones in the game to open up the world more like you would in an expansion. So that's might be what they're leading up to. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. A group of members took bites out of the new content Tuesday night before we jumped into the scheduled Twilight Arbor run. Thursday night, we finished up another round of Twilight Arbor Pass for people to get that Dungeon Master stuff checked off their list. And then we had a very good turnout Friday night for guild missions.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was very. We completed all of our regular missions, including a new challenge that we haven't seen before, and beat, and our first guild puzzle mission that we beat.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Cool.
The first time that we did it, we failed. We got about halfway through it and up to the curtain part. It's a 4-phase basically a sequence, and it wasn't really a jumping puzzle, more or less an actual puzzle you had to figure out as a group. It's really neat. I should have streamed it, but oh well, y'all were on anyway, so so yeah, that's it.
Playing, yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun. I'm
trying to think. I mean, the last time Tempest tried a puzzle, I remember the first time we thought we had it, and then it bugged, and then the next time we tried it, it bugged, and then I think it was like 5 or 6 times it just bugged out, and we basically had to leave Soa.
Oh yeah, Soa.
So it sounds like ArenaNet figured it out.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if SWOTOR has figured it out yet.
I remember when the floor just fell out for no reason and we all died. That was awesome.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
old Soa.
Well, in Rift,
Yeah.
PTS is running, or was running pretty hot last week on the 10th. They're doing testing of the Summerfest event, which I believe they introduced last year, but it's coming back to Telara soon. Testing took place last week on the PTS. Let's see, last year it ran for about a month, but it ran from about the 27th of June until the 25th of July. So now we're into July. I'm assuming that it'll probably still be a month long.
Right.
Could be wrong. They haven't released any information on it.
That was fun
but
last
it did
year.
run for the entire time. So there are
actually
scavenger
participated.
hunts. There are daily quests that'll earn you merit badges, summer merit badges, or whatever they are. That's a new, the currency you use. And then there are a number of items, of course, to purchase with the currency. There are appearance items, titles, planar essences, weapons, and 11 companions you can get. And the devs have already leaked out a little information saying that there will be more events this year, and an improved hedge maze.
They had a ton of things to do last year, if I remember correctly. And
Scavenger hunts, I think, were big.
yeah, then they had like where you had to stomp on something, like so many things you had to step on to kill, or balloons or something. I forget what it was, but it was pretty funny. Everyone was participating. They had like a little horse race, a toy horse race, and I mean, just it was everywhere, all over.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Well, usually
Well,
they
it'll
put
be
these-
interesting because this will be the first time they have it with Tempest Bay. Let's see what they
Oh,
do out
right.
there.
Oh, I bet that'll be nice because that really looks cool.
Yeah. And this week in Tempest, my gosh, were we busy. Monday night, Isaac hosted Up All Night with Isaac.
It's a good
I was
thing.
with TGC, but Isaac ran it. And I think he went from about 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern until about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez.
And they were doing instances and running. He didn't have to work, and so he wanted to run this thing. So I couldn't do it. I had to get up with my daughter. But I stayed up till about 1, and we did a lot of stuff. For the guild. So that was available Friday and Saturday this week. Were big, great Rift hunts. We finished off Rift Hunter level 2, 3, and 4. I think we ended up... Or they finished 2 last week, so
Correct.
3 and 4. So it was pretty good.
Y'all, your
Which takes us
channel
all the way
was
through
packed.
Tier 3. Yeah, we had 18
we full
on
in
one night,
TeamSpeak?
17 the other night. We hit the cap on TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak has now been increased to 50 players
Good.
instead of 40.
That's
Oh,
great.
it
So
wasn't
we hit
a
40. It was the first time. We were at 40, and we can't tell unless somebody says in game that they can't get into TeamSpeak.
Yeah.
So I think
That's
the first
pretty
people
cool.
who get booted will be the AFK. And then after that, I don't know. I haven't really set up a priority list.
Yeah.
So I'll see who pisses me off and put them at the bottom.
The Great Rift Hunts were a lot of fun participating in that.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
they were
it.
fun. It was a
Yeah,
blast.
it was nice just being
once
with everybody, and then yesterday was fun. Just everyone hanging out, all the old school people from Rift, back
Yeah.
from the beginning. Everyone was in the channel. It was really cool. I enjoyed it a
It was
lot.
good.
Yeah.
So Sunday does my note there. Sunday was a free for all day night. People were doing just about everything you can do in the game. They were crafting and questing and doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, basically everything you can do in the game, leveling alts. So it was pretty fun, nice and relaxed. I'm hoping that that'll stays that way at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Members are chatting it up in guild. Guild chat is always active, and TeamSpeak is pretty active. So it's pretty good. So I encourage people, log into TeamSpeak and just hang out and chat if you want. It's good. Dimensions are becoming popular with a few people. Fracker. And
He was
they're
still
getting
in there
distracted.
today.
For setting up. We've added a couple of new things in the guild dimension this week. We have an awards area where we got our statues from the Rift Hunts up.
Nice.
And we also now have a PvP arena.
Yeah.
Which we put in. Which
That's fun.
basically is about the distance of max range for your spells and has line of sight stuff.
And
So
stadium
it's
It's a
seating.
basic. And stadium seating. That's right.
That's cool.
So, and nighttime lighting. So it's pretty cool. So it should be fun. Community's growing. PvP is picking up. Some people were talking in chat today about getting a PvP team going, which I'll probably jump in on that. We have a dungeon night planned for this week. I think on Tuesday, and that's when we do our dungeon nights, it's any dungeon, any level. Anyone wants to run one, we'll run them through. You want to do achievement runs on classic experts, we do that. We have a PvP training night on Wednesday in preparation for an event we're going to run on Saturday.
Nice.
Friday, of course, will be Great Rift Hunts. We're going to try to get the level 4s done, depending on how many people we get on. We won't be able to do 5s until we've got 20 people, and it's kind of 60 because they're raids.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
that's
sure
just
it
the way it
won't
is.
won't be hard for you to do that.
No, it'll be fine. And Saturday will be our another major event, we're going to do a level 20 weapon only duel, PvP duel, bracketed duel for the guild in our own arena. So you can wear either nothing and your weapon, or you can wear costume clothing with no stats and your weapon. And you have to, everyone has to, because we have people leveling up, everyone who's above level 20 has to mentor down to level 20. So everyone will be level 20. Yes, the abilities will be there for the people above. I can't really do anything about that, but that's as close as we can get it. It should give you between 1 and 2,000 health, and then up to you. It's up to buffing. No potions, no food. It's just your buffs, your weapon, one-on-one against the person. We go bracketed. 2 out of 3 wins the match. Double elimination. So we'll get that going. Hopefully, if we get a lot of participation, like over 15, then I have a special gift for the champion. But if we don't get 15, then we'll still have something for him, but it just won't be what I wanted to give away.
Cool.
George said that he was actually up till 5 that night, or Isaac said he was up till 5
a.m.
but 3 with
Okay.
guildies, and he said he'll put 100 plat on the winner of that.
On the term, okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Now, let me put it out there for incentive.
He said if anybody
Right.
else wants to throw in some, they're welcome to, but he is going to
Well,
throw out 100
here's what I'm
plat.
going to do. If we get over 15 people who sign up and are there to participate, I'll buy the champion the green Kirin mount. I'll gift it over
Oh,
to him.
that's really nice because that
Yep.
looks pimp. I like it.
Yep, it's pretty
Nice.
nice, like a new mount. So, 15 to
Sweet.
show up. Sign up, show up. That's all you got to do. Other than that, it'll still be something nice, but just not the mount. All right. Wow, we had a lot of major games. Just think, this is going to drag on even more when we get Final Fantasy up here with us.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Final Fantasy. Well, not a lot, but I've got a good bit to talk about.
All right, let's do minor games.
Your hate moves like a freight train, steady with a heavy weight, barreling down for many years.
All right, we'll start with World of Warcraft.
Blizzard introduced more items for the pet store. Now that's normally like, whatever, but they actually had some cool things that are coming up. They included 3 transmog head items. One looks like a red devil. One looks like some kind of ghostly thing, and the other one are glowing red devil, or like orangey fire-looking devil horns. So that they're transmog, so you can use them, change any of your head items to that. So it's kind of neat that they're starting to sell those things, and they're kind of getting the idea. Hey, Also,
Double dipping.
exactly. But hey, they
You
do
just
it better.
wait. That store's coming.
Yeah.
Isn't it already on the PTS?
No.
That's what I read. It's on the PTS right now. Or
Well, the
PTR,
stuff
or-
they're like, they're talking about all that stuff, but I still we're gonna have the sub too. So it's, I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see.
Rift has both.
I know, but they don't have a sub if you don't want it, and you're not penalized.
An optional
that's
sub,
true,
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So they also are releasing the Iron Horse mount. But what happens is it's an iron hitching post, and if you're in a raid team for just a raid or for a BG or whatever, people can click on that and they'll all ride the same mounts throughout the zone that you're in, and it's called the Iron War Horse, and it looks like a ghost mount. It's really cool. So I think that's really cool. It's just funny because with the store coming up, everyone's saying, I think they're going to go free to play. I don't think so. I don't think that's even, right. I think eventually they'll have to do it, but I don't think that's going to happen this year.
Oh, they don't have to do it in every market.
No, but people are really thinking, oh, it's going to go free to play, but that's not what I'm thinking, because they're too greedy
Based
for that.
on what I'm doing in Rift, they'll make a lot more money going free to play.
Yes,
Yeah, they will. They will, but I just don't see
Absolutely.
them. I just don't see them seeing it that way. But you've got no argument for me. I think that's the better way to go. They also released on 5.4 the Proving Grounds, and that will be. It is basically kind of like the Brawlers Guild, but a little different. It will be available in 4 different modes: bronze, silver, gold, and endless. Each mode allows you the opportunity to test your metal and learn a bit more about your role. So it works if you're changing, like say you're a druid and you're normally a healer, but you want to go boomkin. So you switch out to your boomkin gear, but it also normalizes your gear and brings you down to a certain point. And so you can try out that and get more experience without being in a dungeon and gimping out the DPS on,
Nice.
getting through. So it's pretty interesting. You have to beat each one. Sorry, you have to beat each one, and to take on to the next mode. So it's kind of like the Brawlers Guild in that fact. And once you've beaten gold, you'll unlock endless, and which keeps going infinitely as far as that goes. Also,
So that's like zombie mode, Call of Duty.
I have no idea what that is, but sure. And
Things
so,
they just keep coming.
yeah.
They never stop.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much like that. With so there's more things to come. Like I could spend a whole show on 5.4. There's lots of information, but this is the big thing that they put on their page, and I thought it was real important because it's kind of interesting, I guess. They're taking the Brawlers Guild to another level, and there's also achievements as well for this. This week
cool.
in Tempest, Vodka and Double Eggs only got to raid one night this week, about an hour and a half. Thank you, late people and no-showers. And we didn't kill anything, but we can always hope for next week. So we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Marvel Heroes news this week. Cosmic items are in.
Yay!
That's right. These are more powerful and include 5 levels of rarity. New costumes have also been added to the shop. And hero and costume prices are actually, I think they've already dropped. And they brought the hero packs back, so you can buy the Hulk packs and Iron Man, all the stuff that was available pre-launch. They're looking at that. There's also they talked about more in-game stuff coming. Cosmic items is the first step in this. They're looking at reviewing PvP. They're gonna have raids in, and they're looking for more to kind of fill in that 30 to 60. So it looks like they're basically seeing. They're probably taking a look at what the player base has been doing since launch now and kind of seeing where the focus is and then kind of going that way instead of wasting resources on things that people aren't going to do.
Nice.
This week in Tempest, Lex and Methalos ran 2 events. They ran a Wednesday meetup and a Saturday night. Marvel was the first Marvel Midnight. Both were successful. On Saturday night, they resulted in a successful run of the Madripoor Tier 2 area where they defeated the random boss who was the Hood this week.
It's awesome.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
That night.
Saw
That
those
night, so it's kind of cool that they were able to do that. Yeah, and then the
Very
screenshots
cool.
in the forum looked pretty good. So, and about Firefall.
All right, so with Firefall, the open beta has started and the servers are packed. More people are participating after a few server login load issues. They seem to have it on track. It sounds like they will be slowly introducing layers to the game and test it out, a little thoroughly. It will not be a pay-to-win game, and the cash shop will only have cosmetic items, XP boosters, and normal cash shop items that you see. Progressing in the game will allow you to unlock battle frames, but you can buy them as well. So this week in Tempest, the Firefall army is growing by leaps and bounds. We have both old and new Tempest members joining in. Unfortunately, for whatever reason,
Cannot figure this out.
they
20.
have 20.
Well, they're
20
testing.
is a stupid roster amount.
I know, seriously. And
That's
yeah,
pathetic.
yeah,
I
they're
mean, that
going
sucks.
to.
I can imagine some of these guilds, our community's going in and we're probably around 30-ish.
Yeah, I would
People
say
who
that's
are
a
going to
good
be in
number.
there. With casual, with active and casual.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah.
going to be in there. I mean, I'm a casual guy.
it's terrible.
But
Well, and
but
also
there are guilds that this is like their game, and
Yeah.
they've got a couple hundred members. What are you gonna have, like Squad 1, Squad 99?
yeah.
I mean,
Well, most likely, you know how long Firefall's been in beta, closed beta or whatever it was, and most like Cultured has in his recruitment thread, we're capped for our roster, but join the community, still fill out an application, and just get on TeamSpeak.
Yeah.
And discuss stuff on the forums. That's the best
because
way.
there's
I mean,
nothing right now that
Yeah.
keeps
you're
it
only
from
missing
being in an
guild chat.
army.
you're only
Right.
missing guild chat, and if somebody doesn't, want to get on TeamSpeak, like me, I can't usually get on TeamSpeak during the day, so, guild chat would be beneficial to me, but, yeah, just stuff like that. But yeah, you're not missing anything right now for not being in the guild other than the tag, so. But
Right.
that's just sucks. I don't know if it's just some
They're going to
little
increase
coding
it
that
probably
they
in the
put-
next few phases. They're going to
Do
be
we have a launch
working
date?
on.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That's a
No.
good question.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I haven't read. Nothing's pointed out
So the
to
only
me,
one,
but I don't
the
want
only
to.
launch we have coming up is August 20th, Final Fantasy
27th.
27th.
that's-
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think Final Fantasy is the last thing to launch this year.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Everything
so.
else hasn't said anything.
Yeah,
Even
I
Elder
would just-
Scrolls, I think they haven't even said anything about a release
I
date.
thought I read something that they bumped back to 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
speculation is. I don't. There's nothing
that's
official.
from what I've been hearing. They need to. So, anyways.
Didn't we have people doing the beta this weekend? I know they can't talk, but did we have people doing it?
Yeah, and very impressed with. They were very impressed with the graphics and how good the game looks overall. The character creation was amazing, but as far as there's still a lot of bugs and stuff like that with the game. So it's a beta. It's an early beta. So it
I
was.
mean, they just announced it this year, so
Yeah, so it's got
So
its
announced it
ways
in
to
the
go,
beta.
but as far as where it is in early beta, from what I understand, it's in a good position. They're not behind for what they have so far. So
Well, I just want to
Awesome.
give a shout out to Coldred, man. You're doing it. You're doing
he
it good,
is-
man.
Yes.
you are
Nice job. Nice
So-
job.
very proud.
Even with that 20 cap. So, I mean, he
So-
answers all the questions. Everybody is really cool, and guild
Yeah.
chat answering all the questions and stuff. So,
Yeah.
good job, guys.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have no ambassador games this week. News.
I was going to do a
Sorry.
little rundown of what we had going on this weekend as far as recruiting goes. I have some numbers since I'm the ambassador and I kind of keep a finger on
Sure.
the pulse of all that. We had 18 applications come in this weekend, which is pretty darn good.
nice.
The most were for Final Fantasy, and then we had various ones from there. Firefall had 5, Final Fantasy had 7, Rift had 2, Guild Wars 2 had 1, and Marvel Heroes had 3. So people are
Great.
trickling in. It's awesome. So keep it going, guys. Really, thank you for
I believe
helping.
we are up to 174, I think, members.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome. So
Very nice.
yeah.
All right, let's talk alpha beta news. Harper is itching to get into the Final Fantasies. I guess that didn't sound right. Itching for Final Fantasies. But yeah, Harper is going to cover alpha beta news for A Realm Reborn.
There you go. Whatever, it's fine. They made the announcements based on some specific things, or Square Enix, I should say, made the announcements based on some specific things that they're working on for Phase 4. I could go down the list, but there's quite a few things. But they are working on trying to finish the Arcanist, which is the one class that no one has gotten to play in the other beta phase. So they are working to finish that and get it ready for Phase 4. They're also going to adjust the leveling of harvesting. They're either going to make it faster or slow it down at certain points. More event bosses to kill and to have fun with. And they also stated that they wanted in-game events to outright kill the players. So they want to make it as tough as they can be, apparently, on that, which is great. It's not a bad thing at all. You got to really be on your game.
Cool.
Also, there was one other thing that I was going to mention. Oh, rumor has it that they were so pleased with the betas and how well everything tested that the Phase 4 is going to be cut down to like maybe 4 to 5 days instead of a
Oh,
week
that's
to
not
2
good news.
weeks. Yeah, not really. So we're looking at probably a month without Final Fantasy, maybe. Who knows? I mean, that's all guessing. We're all guessing. Could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks. Who knows? But basically, that's what's going on. So we'll just have to see. We have wonderful games to play, so I'm okay. I'm going to be fine.
Yes, we do.
We had our beta again this weekend, and everyone's anxiously awaiting Phase 4. We did some recruiting this weekend, and we are now up to between 50 and 55 potential players for launch, which is a very good, solid number. We have about 30 to 35 people that are actively playing in the betas and participating, and then about 15 people that are waiting. They're not participating in the betas. They're waiting for the actual open beta or in-game to go live because they don't want to ruin the game for them. So, but,
smart.
Yeah, it is, because it can get a little, So our population is growing, and I'm sure it will continue to do so because we will continue, to recruit until the game goes live. So it's pretty awesome.
It is.
EQ next.
Yeah, I got some
Big news.
Yeah, they actually have a forum up for the game for EverQuest Next. And basically what it is it's a forum for you to come in and talk about what you want in this game. This is your time to speak up, to say what you want to play, to say how you want the game to work, how you want the classes to work. Now, they're going to be watching this closely. And I use the term closely very loosely because who knows? But I really think that they're so interested in what we think as fans and as a player base, that they will probably take some of this and run with it. So if you're very interested in EverQuest Next, I am going to post a link and everything after the podcast on the forums for y'all to be able to go to. I'll make a little forum post on it. But it's pretty exciting stuff. So...
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I have a quick customer service announcement. PayPal. We have a link. It looks like that picture right in the middle of the screen right there. PayPal donation button is on the home page, upper right corner. It pays for the website which is currently paid for by a contest we won. The TGC website, TeamSpeak, Player of the Month, giveaways. Help support TGC. We just upped our Vent server to 50. We may have to update again. So we're going to rely on player donations to do that. All the money that's donated goes only to the guild.
That is
it's not
correct.
used for anything else. It's only to the guild.
It's not for my shopping fund, not for Scrib's hat fund, none of that stuff.
That's right. Now, I cover the next thing is the Game of the Month.
Yay!
TGC Game of the Month Challenge for July is, and again, Game of the Month challenges, the game is NCAA Football 14. You have to take a team and get ranked nationally in the top 25. It's a sports game, so it's kind of hard to say I completed the game. So yeah, you got to get your team ranked in the top 25 nationally, and that's all you got to do. And I actually have the trailer this week.
Yay!
Because last week we had no sound, and so here we go.
The option in this game is going to be off the chain because it's going to be hard to stop that mobile quarterback.
I like to see a quarterback that can still be shifty in the game as well. It makes it a lot more realistic.
Football IQ is a big deal, but there is no substitute for speed.
That first cut is key to a running back success.
You get to plant your foot and make that move.
That first cut sets up the rest of your run. Tradition is there. It's almost real life. And you see the guys running down the field, and you see them tapping the win the day sign. You see the duck on the back of the motorcycle leading everybody out.
What you need to do is figure out what types of players you need that will make your system work the best.
You play this game to win.
And that is our Game of the Month. And I have to say, I wanted to make it challenging, so I didn't go for one of the top teams. I went for Navy, being retired Navy. So. And that's my wife's alma mater.
Nice.
And their quarterback sucks, by the way. I don't know in real life, but at least in the game he sucks. But my running game is picking up. I am now 1-4. In the first game I beat Air Force at Navy. Finally.
Nice.
Holy crap. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for a sports game, so I figure it's going to take me at least 3 or 4 seasons before I can recruit Navy up where they actually have quality players. Whew, we'll see. It'll take me that long to learn all the controls. All right, tips of the week. Harper, what you got?
Mine's actually from Rift this week. If you're a returning player and you look at your inventory and your bank and your bags and you're like, oh, wow, seriously? I have this much junk? Well, now everything stacks to 99. So anything you had multiple stacks of 50 in your bank, you can now switch over to 99. I probably opened up about 10 slots on just condensing that alone in my bank because I have an apothecary, and so I had tons of mats for the potions that we needed from the last tier, and then with my tailor, I had tons of cloth and things like that to minimize. So it was almost therapeutic. Like it took me like 30 minutes, but I sat there and just went through everything and just spend the time, and you'll realize how much bag space you actually have. So it's pretty good.
Demos?
Yes. I don't know. Scriv kind of gave me inspiration, and figured after a year, I might as well update the recruitment video for Guild Wars. So that's what I did. So if you haven't seen it, check it out, and provide any feedback if you have any.
It's a good video. It's really good. Yeah, everyone go to YouTube, go to our YouTube channel, check it out. I didn't want to put it in the podcast tonight because I didn't know if we were gonna have sound issues, but
yeah, no problem.
Very cool. I'll have to
maybe
take a look.
After the end credits, I'll just go get it, put it on there.
Oh,
It's
and
easy to do.
Chap said, "Boo, he's an Air Force Scriv."
My brother's an Air Force grad, but my wife is a Navy grad. So
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of watching college football. Never been against it, but I used to root. The only team I would ever root for was Air Force because my brother went there. I went to a Division III school. I mean,
Nice.
yeah. All right, my tip of the week is going to. God dang it! I just forgot it.
Put your hat back on.
I'm doing this more and more. Where's my hat?
Your hat will help you remember.
Oh, I got it. It was back. It's not so much a tip as a recommendation. All right, for everyone who's coming back to Rift, all right, who leveled up as far as you got into the game, who remembers doing all the other instances, we went this week, and of course you're just going to change it a little bit. We went back this week and we ran Realm of the Fae and Iron Tomb at level. We mentored down and went in with a couple of guys. Of course, we blew through it because your gear. I mean, I don't care what they do. You've got all your 60 abilities or 50 abilities. Mm-hmm. But we had a blast doing it. One of the other things we did this week, I went with Romeo and with Fracker. The guild challenge this week was to knock out Expert Runic Descent. It was to go in there. And of course, you're overpowering it. But guess what? You still qualify for all those achievements because we finished it in like 15 minutes. So the speed run of 40 was easy. And then you can kind of look over the bosses. So I recommend, take some time, go back from nostalgia, get some achievements, and go look at some of these old instances. They are fun. Especially if you go back,
I have to do that.
And you take some of our leveling characters. It was because we started telling stories about. Remember the first time we did this, and we were doing expert, and it took us 6 hours one night, and then 4 hours the next night.
Sounds like Iron Tombs.
The first time it was Iron Tomb. It took 10 total hours of gameplay the first time we tried to get it. The first time we went in there.
Yeah, that was
that level.
I didn't.
Yeah, and it was tough.
Yeah.
But now it's like you just 15 minutes, you just breeze right through.
Yeah.
Kind of I was grabbing everything. I was tanking. I just grab everything, rooms upon rooms of mobs.
Oh, that'd be
so
fun.
Pretty easy.
It's awesome.
At level.
I'm gonna have to do that.
So that's what I encourage everyone to do. And with that, I'll pop up the end credits. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. You can leave any feedback on our website. You can send me a PM also on the guild launch. Our host, Scrivian Harper Dimos. Follow us at tempestgamecast.com. Community is tempestguild.us. Facebook, we're Tempest Gaming Community. Twitter, at Tempest Gamecast, at Scrivian, at Finley. Contact is tempestgamingcommunity at gmail.com. I would use that as a last resort because apparently there are hundreds of thousands of spammers out there who will join your website and tell you all about all these awesome Russian and Polish and Slovakian products that will help you in many ways. But we don't endorse those, so. Of course, opening, closing credits there. So that's it. We hope everyone has a great week gaming. We look forward to seeing you in game. If you hang around, I'm going to go grab the video for recruiting.
Also want to thank everybody for spreading the word and keep spreading the word about all the games that you're playing and about the Tempest community. So
Definitely. And thank you for listening, guys.
Thanks for being here. Stay tuned for a video.
Nice work, Dimos.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a great week, everyone.